Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Now at 5 a.m. on WKYT, we'll find out today whether or not charges will be filed against people involved in a shots-fired incident right on the UK campus.
A Georgetown woman was arrested after police say she tied up emergency lines with, let's just say, a non-emergency request.
And a man was robbed at gunpoint early this morning. We'll have those stories and more. And breaking news as it happens. It's coming up on WKYT This Morning. Good morning to you and welcome in. We have some fog in much of our viewing area as we kick off this Tuesday. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. We're almost into October.
That's right. Tomorrow, here it is. And with that's going to arrive some cooler weather. It looks like beginning over the weekend. Let's check in with meteorologist Micah Harris, tracking it all in the First Alert Weather Center.
Yeah, it kind of depends on where you are. If you're in the east or southeast, it's pretty much where you saw some rain the past couple of days. At least that chance of it and falling around you guys, that's what leaves that ground a little bit moist, and that can develop that fog if you're getting clear skies laying around. So that's going to be the key this morning in this area, down toward the south and southeast. That's where you can expect that fog early on. So heads up for that. We got a dense fog advisory for those zones until 10 a.m. 50s out and about. It is fairly cool. Today's forecast, not cool at all. I mean, it's a cool day, but not in terms of the way it feels. 80 degrees, we'll call it a pretty nice day. Then as we go throughout the next couple of days, we get warmer and warmer before this blasting cold front comes flying on through. It'll wipe us out there on Friday and off into the weekend, but how low do we actually go? I'll show you those numbers coming up.
All right, we'll see you in a bit, and we thank you. And police now believe that 4 UK football players were involved in a shots-fired incident that caused a scare on the campus over the weekend.
They've been suspended from the game this Saturday. Today, we'll find out if they and others will be charged in this. WKYT's Sean Moody is live from Commonwealth Stadium with the latest details.
Well, good morning. UK police tell us they'll be meeting with the county attorney today to determine whether or not anyone will face charges. The night this happened, UK police told us that whoever fired those shots could face wanton endangerment and terroristic threatening charges. This stems from the incident Sunday night that put the South Campus of UK on lockdown. Witnesses reported hearing several gunshots in the area of the Kerwin Blanding dorm complex. UK police rushed to the area, told students to take shelter inside, and searched for a possible gunman. Yesterday, they released surveillance pictures of a group of people they wanted to talk with and said the shots apparently came from an airsoft gun. A few hours later, UK officials announced 4 players, Dorian Baker, Drew Barker, Tymir Dubose, and Stanley Williams, have been suspended for Saturday's game against South Carolina because of the incident. Students who were here in the area at the time said they were afraid the shots had come from a real gun.
I was pulling in and all of a sudden the gunshot started happening, and so I just ducked and I told my friends to get in and they ducked too.
UK police say they found 1 airsoft gun and 2 BB guns after the incident. UK officials also say that guns of any kind are prohibited on campus. Live in Lexington, Sean Moody, WKYT.
Sean, thank you very much. A woman sitting on her front porch ended up being shot, and Lexington police say she was just an innocent bystander caught in the crossfire. It happened Monday afternoon at a home near 5th and Ohio Streets. The woman is the 5th shooting victim in Lexington since Friday. Lexington police say 2 groups of people were driving down Ohio Street shooting at each other when a stray bullet hit the woman.
She was just holding her legs, and I just seen blood, and she was saying she was hit.
The woman is expected to survive, but her family says she is still in the hospital. Police are investigating, but they say it is too soon to say if this shooting is connected to the others that happened over the weekend. New this morning, a man was robbed at gunpoint in Lexington and then pistol whipped. According to a UK police bulletin, the man was robbed on East Maxwell Street just after 11 last night. UK police say the man wasn't a UK student nor an employee. A bulletin issued by the UK Police Department says the man was approached by 3 other men, all of them armed with handguns. They demanded the victim give them his wallet and cell phone. When he gave them his cell phone, they hit him with the gun and then took off. UK police did not find the suspects, but they do have a description of 2 of them. The first suspect described as a light-skinned black male in his late 20s, wearing glasses, a blue hoodie, and light pants. The second, a heavy-set, light-skinned black male in his late 20s with hazel eyes.
Well, a 911 call landed a Central Kentucky woman in jail. Investigators say her non-emergency call tied up the emergency line.
What's your emergency? My phone is up. Okay. That's not really an emergency.
Dispatchers sent police to Angie Roberts' home anyway, but investigators say she swore at the officers and kicked them out. Police charged her with disorderly conduct and criminal mischief. A few days later, police arrested her again for a separate disorderly conduct case. From jail, Roberts told us she needs some help.
But obviously there's something wrong with me if I keep ending up in jail. I mean, normal people aren't in jail all the time.
Roberts also told us her phone would only take emergency calls, so she got frustrated and called 911.
A Floyd County family is remembering a loved one who died while kayaking. Search crews found 49-year-old Milford Boyd's body Sunday in the Levisa Fork of the Kentucky River. He went missing on Saturday after he became separated from a group of kayakers. Boyd's family says he went kayaking a lot and enjoyed spending time outdoors.
I want him to be remembered because he was a great man. He was a great father.
Investigators are still trying to figure out what caused Boyd's death. At this point, they believe he drowned.
Well, Walmart has responded to a lawsuit filed by comedian Tracy Morgan over that deadly car crash that left him fighting for his life for weeks, and a friend, of course, died in that. Walmart filed their 28-page response saying that Morgan's injuries were caused by his failure to wear a seatbelt. Morgan's complaint stated that Walmart was careless and negligent for letting the driver who crashed into his limo drive for more than 24 hours. The crash killed Morgan's friend, fellow comedian James McNair.
A fire damaged a historic building in southern Kentucky. That fire broke out in Williamsburg, and firefighters say the Whitley County coroner noticed the fire during an early morning run and called them. A Masonic Lodge, a flower shop, and some other businesses inside the building were damaged. It is nearly 100 years old. The business owners say they do plan to rebuild. Firefighters are still investigating what caused the fire, but they believe it was an accident.
Well, 2 Kentucky counties can now use federal money to help police fight drugs. The Office of National Drug Control Policy named Madison and Nelson counties high-intensity drug trafficking areas. That means those counties will receive federal money to pay for things like overtime for police working on drug cases. In all, 26 counties and cities around the country receive the designation. Kentucky has the nation's 3rd highest death rate from drug overdoses.
Now 5:07, and we're going to check live drive traffic for you and see what's happening out there this morning. Here is a look outside at Broadway and High Street in downtown Lexington.
We do have an upcoming traffic alert to pass on for you. Starting this Friday and lasting most of the month of October, you can expect some heavy traffic on Versailles Road, Man o' War, and New Circle Road. Of course, once Keeneland's Fall Meet starts up, slated for this weekend, hopefully the rain will hold off for the most part.
We'll hope, yeah, but the day on Friday, right now, it looks like a pretty tough situation with the rain moving in, but we'll see. Post time there at about 1:05, it looks like on Friday. WKYT this morning, just getting started, so good to have you along with us.
A man in Mexico set a new world record with his collection of Harry Potter memorabilia. Find out just how many pieces he has coming up.
And if you're looking for a job for the holidays, many major retailers are hiring. We'll have the details on that coming up.
50s outside, a little bit cool this morning, and we also have some fog, very dense fog down toward the south and the southeast. Throughout the next couple of days, it looks great out there. And then we have that front. We'll really break down that forecast coming to you next.
Now, your zone-by-zone forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris and First Alert Defender.
We have a dense fog advisory for the southeastern zones, but I want to make it clear, if you are not in these zones that like Somerset there in Pulaski County, Monticello there in Wayne County, if you're not in areas that are shaded in gray, that does not mean you're not going to see any fog. That just means, well, National Weather Service in your area says, well, it's not as widespread as down toward the southeast. So yes, Richmond, you could have some fog. If you're working down into, say, Adair County, Russell County, across Lake Cumberland, no doubt about it, you'll have some fog this morning. So just because you're not in it doesn't mean you're not going to see it. It just means this is where the most dense and widespread fog is. That's going to go for the Hal Rogers Parkway and also the Cumberland Parkway, too. I think that's the best area. And work your way up towards, say, the Mountain Parkway. That's where you can see the most prevalent fog. If you look toward Lexington, Frankfort, Danville, it's pretty cool outside. And we're looking toward Willisburg, too, there in Washington County, Lawrenceburg. We're doing all right, Shelbyville, and down towards, say, Danville, sitting there in the low to mid 50s. It's a cool start So no doubt about it, those kids going off to the bus stop, they'll probably need just a light coat, maybe a long sleeve shirt, just for the morning hours. Afternoon, same story, just a different day. Sitting there, mostly dry, temperatures around 80 degrees. Work your way southbound, the farther west and southwest you go. Campbellsville, Lebanon, Russell Springs, work your way into Columbia, maybe even sitting there in Casey County. We're holding on to temperatures there in the low 80s. Right around 80 degrees in the London, Corbin area, and also Williamsburg, my friends there, and Whitley County. Over toward the east, southeast, upper 70s, lower 80s. Good news about today is that you guys aren't going to see that chance of rain that you have had the past couple of days. Up toward the northern zones around 80, and that sun and cloud mix will be with you guys again today. So yesterday is pretty much what you're going to be seeing today. And believe it or not, we're going to do it all over again the next couple of days. Except I think we actually get warmer as we approach that Friday time frame. That's when the front comes flying on through. And it'll finally bring us some rain. We haven't had rain in 2 weeks. Immeasurable rain, that is. So it's been a while, and we've had some really good rain the past couple of months, but we have been on a pretty dry spell the past couple of weeks. That cold front comes moving on in, and boy, does it bring a blast of colder air. Richie Barnes out of Fabrish, Kentucky. That's down toward the southern zones. Cool shot right there with the spider web. Got the Halloween theme going on with a little fog out in the background. And things look pretty good this morning, except for you guys down south. Remember, you're going to be dealing with some of that fog you just saw on Richie's picture. Next few days look good, but they're going to get a little bit warmer. 84 there on Thursday. And that 20% chance of rain is really during the evening and night. Friday is no doubt about it when you can expect that rain chance. Why is that bad, Bill Bryant? Well, yeah, you talked about it earlier. Keeneland kicks off right around 1:05. That's when the gates open, and boy, is it going to be a little soggy there. Hopefully, we're hoping that it moves through during the morning hours and kicks on out. That would be good news because it would give it out of the way of Keeneland. It would get it out of the way of football games, too. Yeah. So we're going to be looking for that to see what the timing comes flying.
But once in a while, we get that good timing, you know?
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, every now and then.
Thank you now. Our time is coming up on 5:15.
A Mexican lawyer has spent more than a decade collecting Harry Potter memorabilia, and it's finally paid off.
Now he's been given a Guinness World Record. Asher Silva Vargas, who is 37, has nearly 3,100 pieces in his collection. It includes figurines, clothing, and toys. Vargas says he didn't intend to collect so many items, but once his collection took up a whole room, his family encouraged him to submit the collection to Guinness. The previous record was only about 800 pieces.
How old is he again?
Shattered the record. 37?
37, all right. Young at heart.
More time to go, right? More collecting. Our time is 5:15 right now.
We have a look at your money. Stay with us.
Would you buy $25,000 whiskey? I'm Allison Harmon with all your business news coming up.
Welcome back into WKYT this morning. We're about to hit 5:19 right now. Unrest in Hong Kong is causing problems in markets overseas, and a billionaire investor may try to save a New Jersey casino.
Allison Harmelin has the latest on your money.
Fears over unrest in Hong Kong hurt the overseas markets, with U.S. stocks suffering steep losses. The Dow Jones Industrial Average fell nearly 42 points. The Nasdaq lost 6. Americans are opening up their wallets more freely. The Commerce Department says that consumer spending rose 0.5% in August after showing no signs of gains in July. And billionaire investor Carl Icahn may spend $100 million to rescue the troubled Taj Mahal Casino in Atlantic City. Icahn bought Atlantic City's Tropicana Hotel several years ago after the unions agreed to give up their pensions and health insurance coverage. If you think a bottle of Johnny Walker Blue will set you back, listen to this. The brewers at Glenlivet Distillery are aiming for the private jet set with a $25,000 bottle of whiskey. Glenlivet says that their Winchester collection is ultra-rare 50-year-old whiskey sourced from a single cask. Supplies are very limited as the company only plans to make about 100 bottles. That's your Money Watch. For all your business news, log on to CBSMoneyWatch.com. In New York, I'm Allison Harmelin.
Well, the holiday season is here. That is, if you happen to be a major U.S. retailer, they start early. Stores are planning on adding more than 800,000 temporary jobs this fall. That's the most since 1999, according to a jobs placement firm. Target wants to hire 70,000 workers. Macy's and Bloomingdale's will add 86,000 positions, and Walmart will bring on 60,000 additional workers. This is all in anticipation of increased spending this coming holiday season. Our time is 5:20 on WKYT this morning.
Things looking real good out there at I-64 and I-75 at the northern split. Nothing to report there.
Yeah, live drive traffic reports are good so far this morning. More news coming up for you in just a moment here on your Tuesday.
Sports is up next. Stay with us.
John Calipari and Matthew Mitchell take the spotlight at the UK Tip-Off Luncheon in Louisville. You will hear from both of them next in sports.
Hey, good morning. Welcome back. Meteorologist Micah Harris looking down toward the south and southeast. That's where we're seeing the most widespread fog sitting around Lake Cumberland. Work your way into the London-Corbin area on I-75 and also Williamsburg, Middlesboro. Look at that. Somerset, 0. Can't really see down there. So as you're traveling this morning, heads up. There is a dense fog advisory for you guys. And we're looking across the region and holding on to some pretty cool temperatures sitting there in the 50s. So you're walking out the door, maybe a light coat for those kids because they're having to sit out by the bus stop for quite some time waiting on that bus. Yeah, they'll get a little bit chilly. By the afternoon, they can put it in their backpack. 80 degrees. Good looking day in store. Here's a good looking pet. Ladies, if you're not looking at the screen, get your all face ready. Because here is Loki from Stacy. I know. What a cute little kitten right there.
How about Loki?
Yeah, that's not bad right there. That's a cute cat. We love it very much. It can be our own little pet. You know, bring it over to WKYT. We'll take him. All right, we appreciate it, Stacy. Thank you very much. Love little Loki. Let's check out sports. See what's good.
John Calipari holding court yesterday in Louisville at the UK Alumni Association Tip-Off Luncheon. And Cal had talked about platooning his players. Well, UK also has created a new position for the Director of Analytics. The purpose of the analytics is to evaluate player and team performance using certain statistics to help develop efficient strategies and make the Wildcats more attractive to the NBA.
Listen, folks, I have never coached this way. I haven't. But I'm going to, and I'm studying, and I'm doing everything I can to make this work so every one of these kids eats. And it's not going to be easy. Listen, some of you are going to jump off the bandwagon again early. And if you do, please, if you're the neighbor, call and say you did this last year, you know. And he let you back in. He may not let you back in this year.
Matthew Mitchell was also on hand meeting the UK alumni. John Calipari had to leave the event early, and that gave Coach Mitchell the perfect opportunity to tell a funny story about his first time in front of the Alumni Association.
That's how Cal stole one of my oldest tricks in the book, that recruiting trick. Gotta leave, got a big recruit going. I did that the first time I spoke to this group to thunderous applause because you didn't have to listen to me speak anymore, and I walked out the door and y'all were real happy with that. So.
On the football front, Darian Miller out of Bryan Station is the SEC Offensive Lineman of the Week. He graded out at 89% in the Vandy game, not allowing any sacks or quarterback hurries. He had no penalties or missed assignments and was credited with 4 knockdown blocks. UK center John Toth won the award after the UT Martin game. And that's a look at sports. Have a great day.